Buenos dias. Good morning from Mexico City. I am so happy to be here because I've been waiting to show you guys what it's like here in Mexico, do some really good videos for you, and we are finally here after spending a bunch of days in Veracruz, which was also very nice, but Mexico City is one of my favorite places in Mexico. Now on the agenda today, the first thing we're going to do is go get our complimentary breakfast, which is included in this Airbnb. After that, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Airbnb. We also are going to go to the mall today in Mexico, check that out, maybe do a little bit of shopping. We also do need to go to the supermarket, grocery store here and pick up some groceries because we are going to be having some company over later. I'm actually going to be making them a very special dinner, which I'll show you. And we're just going to hang out, relax, and enjoy Mexico City today. Just kind of live the life like we regularly would if we lived here, right? So I'm excited for that. Besides that, let's get into the video. Let's go get some breakfast. Let's go get some coffee. I gotta wake up. And later, you're gonna see this amazing Airbnb. It's really impressive, and it does come with quite amazing features, which I'll also share with you. So here is the free breakfast that I was talking about that's included with our Airbnb. You get a croissant, a bowl of fruit, a coffee. Instead of coffee, you can exchange it for an orange juice, but I prefer coffee. I got an Americano. I'm gonna add some milk to it. The coffee here is actually really good as well. Perfect. And it's a cool cafe inside. Very nice looking. And to get to our apartment, you just walk through those doors, go up the stairs, and it's attached to this cafe, which has the free breakfast. Next up, I'm going to be showing you a quick little tour of the Airbnb inside. But first, let me enjoy this complimentary breakfast. So now I'm going to give you a full tour of the Airbnb. To enter the Airbnb, you got to go through the restaurant, which is where they serve the complimentary breakfast. Buenas tardes. Very nice looking restaurant. It is a vegan place, so if you are vegan, it's a great option to go eat here. We personally are not vegan, but if we're ever really hungry, we can always come down to the restaurant because it's pretty much attached to our Airbnb. You just gotta go through this fence over here and up these stairs. Now the door is coded protected, so you type in the code. And the door unlocks like magic. So right as you walk in, you are greeted by the kitchen. See, very nice kitchen. With a couch for relaxing. Nice big painting. Classic looking fridge. Very old school looking. Well, it's a different style. It's from like the 80s. It's a snag fridge. Smeg fridge. Nice large sink. Gas stove. You do have a curtain here if you want privacy. Here is the master bedroom. King size bed. Nice TV in front of the bed, which has Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all those streaming services. a safe to keep your valuables. One of the coolest features of this Airbnb is the washroom. It's open concept. We'll get a little bit noisy from the fan, so just excuse that. Very powerful shower. Let me just go up, show you the shower head. It's very strong, so if you like a nice hard shower, this place is great for that. There is the toilet in the Airbnb. Very nice, works well. And the large sink. Now, one notable mention about the Airbnb, it does come with free housekeeping and free laundry service. We got some laundry done today. They did a great job getting it all made up. They folded it, cleaned all their clothing. No complaints there. So it's nice to have housekeeping because these Airbnbs normally don't have housekeeping. And last but not least, the best feature of this Airbnb, the patio. You get your own private patio you can hang out on. You also have an entrance to the patio from your bedroom as well. Nice chairs to hang out. And a comfortable lounger. You don't get the best view, but you get a really nice balcony. And I like all the plants around, all the greenery. So that's going to conclude the full tour of the Airbnb. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a great place to stay. And so far, we are really, really liking it. Now we are on the way to the mall. Finally, gonna see if we can get some more warmer clothing, like a sweater or jacket, since it's kind of cool here right now. And I didn't bring that many sweaters, hoodies, jackets, because we had to bring so many gifts for family members. So let's see if they have anything good at the mall. Right now it is about, let's say, 12 Celsius outside. We're gonna take the subway to get to the mall. It's about a 5-minute walk from our Airbnb, so not too bad. I'm gonna show more of this area in another video. We're gonna walk you through the park, show you all around there, because it's a very beautiful park in the Condesa neighborhood. One cool thing about this neighborhood that I want to share with you is all the street names for all the streets are named after other cities in Mexico or states. So the area where the street we are staying with our Airbnb is called Campeche, which is the name of a state here in Mexico. Now there is one place that we are no stranger to. Tim Hortons made it here to Mexico City. We'll be definitely visiting Tim Hortons a couple more times before we leave. Just to, you know, make us feel more at home. But they do have different Mexican dishes and different Mexican coffees that you can get here. Okay, now we're gonna go into the metro. Take the subway to the mall. The subway here costs 5 pesos to take, which is very inexpensive, and it's super nice, convenient, and easy. You just gotta know how to navigate the system here, study the map. But I will update you when we get to the mall because I'm gonna put the camera away. So it only was one subway stop from our station we were at to the station beside the mall, which wasn't too bad. I did abruptly shut off the camera because I think it's always best sometimes when you're in the subway to not have any valuables out, because you never know what can happen. There's the mall right there. It's called Porque Delta. It's a very nice mall, a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants. Let's go check it out. They do have a PF Chang's at the mall. They have a lot of American restaurants here, like Chili's, Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden. See, there's the Cheesecake Factory, one of my favorite restaurants. Big portions, good food. But since we're in Mexico, I don't think we're gonna go there. We'll stick to the Mexican food. In Mexico, you'll see they have these McDonald's ice cream stands where you can get an ice cream. The only place I've ever seen those are in Mexico. So it's nice if you just want to get a sweet treat for a pretty cheap price. Here's the main entrance into the actual mall part. So the restaurants are back there. Yeah, at least you know the McDonald's ice cream machine is working. So back there is all the restaurants. And inside here is the main part of the mall, which they have a supermarket, which we'll be going to later, called Sonora. It's called Sonora, right? Soriana. Sorry, my apologies. Here's an authentic Mexican restaurant there. Krispy Kreme donuts there. Gelato. It's a pretty big mall from what I remember. So we checked out a couple stores so far. I got a t-shirt and now I'm looking for, like I said earlier, a hoodie or a jacket. So hopefully I can find one here, because at night it does get super chilly in Mexico City, at least right now in December. I think we're gonna go to Lefties. That's another store here that has cheap clothing, so let's see what they have. Another thing to know about Mexico, a lot of these malls have movie theaters in them. It's very popular here. And they have different flavor popcorns you can get, like ones with Cheetos in it, different salsas, different combos. It's a little bit different than going to a movie theater in the United States and Canada. We always enjoy going to a movie when we're in Mexico. And I think the price is not too expensive. I think it's actually cheaper than back home. So we probably will go to a movie while we're here. We just went to a bank in the mall to use the ATM to take out some cash, because it's always good to have some cash on hand in Mexico, because buying stuff from street stands, or sometimes you go to the store and just buy a water, it's kind of a hassle to take out the card just to pay for that. Now we came to Starbucks to get a little afternoon pick-me-up from all that shopping. I did pick up a new jacket, which I'll show later. But right now, it's time for some Starbucks. So I ended up getting the Chiapas blend coffee, just a regular coffee. And the wife got an iced coffee, super sweet. We've come to the food court now, just finished up at Starbucks. I think I'm gonna get a little snack because I'm getting hungry, and I really haven't eaten that much today, besides that free breakfast provided at the hotel. They do have a lot of options here. Pizza, Panda Express, Sbarro, Taco Beef, Little Caesars, Subway. So many options. I don't know which one to go for, but figure that out. What did we get? What did we get? Ooh, some fresh rice. Sometimes you miss the Chinese takeout rice. We
tried Panda Express at the Cancun airport. It wasn't very good. This one's a lot better. It's from a different chain. What's it called? Dynasty. The rice has a lot more flavor and it actually has salt. The Panda Express had like no salt, so it was a no bueno. But Dynasty is very good for fast food rice. Okay, we are at the supermarket now, gonna buy a couple things because like I said earlier, we're having some friends and family over later. So let's check out the supermarket. So here is all the vegetables and fruit. We find the veggies are more fresher here than in Canada and the States because they grow a lot of the veggies here. So they're from Mexico. So the first thing we gotta pick up is some cheese, some bread. Here we have one of my favorites, the Oaxaca cheese. I think we're gonna pick that up for the party. It kind of tastes like a light mozzarella. It's very good. If you come to Mexico, you gotta try the Oaxaca. I'm also thinking about grabbing some pepperoni for the party. Might go good with the cheese. Always love a good spicy pepperoni. Wow, look at all the fresh chips they have here. These are all tortilla nacho chips. Even green ones, I guess those are made of green corn or they have green salsa infused in them. Never seen that before. This has some kind of seasoning on them. You can grab your bread from the fresh bakery section over there. And then you put it on this little silver pan and you bring it and someone will wrap it up for you, whatever the pastries and bread that you pick up. So here they also have some salsas which you can sample. I guess it's like an avocado salsa, a salsa verde, and then a roja salsa. They can also buy different tortillas here. You can buy these salsas that you sampled over here. You can pick them up over there. I'm gonna try a little bit of the avocado salsa. Here it is. Ooh, it's spicy. Wow. One thing about the Mexican grocery store, the yogurt section is massive. It's huge. It's bigger than the States even. And they have so much yogurt when you go to the States. Especially for the Canadians, you would know that. But in Mexico, so many flavors, so many options. Now I am curious about the price of some of this stuff. So it looks like for milk here, it's 40 pesos. It's a pretty good size. I'm gonna say like a liter and a half for 40 pesos. So that would be like 350 Canadian, I believe, which is cheaper than milk back in Canada. I'm also curious about the price of eggs here because in Canada and the States, the price of eggs has gotten insane. It's like almost $4 a dozen for the cheapest eggs. So I'm gonna check the price of eggs here as well just to compare. Let's see how much some steak is here. Okay. So we got some carne here, some steak, 106 pesos. That's around just over $5 Canadian for this, which I would say that's a pretty big portion for $5 Canadian. So meat is still cheaper in Mexico. We have a turkey down here. Turkey is around 388 pesos, which I would say is around, I don't know, say around 20 Canadian roughly, which is pretty good for a turkey this size. Let's see, for ground beef is around 135 pesos for a big pack right over here, which is around $6, give or take, which is not bad. I don't think they have the same grading system for beef, like lean, extra lean, like we do at home. But hey, if the beef is cheap and it's good quality, I'll take it. So here's one of my favorite aisles to come to in Mexico is the chips, because they are so different than the ones we have back home. Different kettle cooked chips, different flavors of Lay's. They call their Lay's Saboritas. And the Fritos, they have different flavors, different spices. Rancheritos. Then of course they have the Ruffles, Cheetos. So the supermarket is crazy busy because tomorrow is Christmas Eve here in Mexico. That's like their big Christmas celebration. That's why it's so packed here. I did see the price of eggs and it's around 35 pesos for 12, which is a lot cheaper than we have back home. So, you know, food is cheaper here depending on what you're gonna get. So we are all done shopping now. Time to head back to the Airbnb, get everything ready for the company, relax a little bit, and I'm gonna show you this special meal that I'm gonna be making for everyone. A nice little central waterfall station, circle, whatever you call these things in the middle of the city. Right now we're walking around the Condesa neighborhood a bit. I think we're gonna go to the park, but I'm not gonna show the park in today's video because I wanna do a full video on the park. But yeah, we're loving being back in Mexico City. The vibes, the freshness of the air, just so much different than the winter we're used to in Canada. So here is the entrance to the park, Mexico. But since I am not doing a full tour of the park right now, I can show you some of the cafes and restaurants that are around the park. We actually came here last night for a late night snack. This cafe called El Ocho. They have board games inside, good food, good drinks. So what you can do is you can grab a drink, tell the waiter what board game you want to play. We played Connect 4, they have checkers, chess, all types of games. Enjoy a cocktail and just relax and play some games. Super fun. So all around the park there's restaurants and cafes. This one is bubble tea. They have crepes over here. Taco place here, which is like Canadian American style tacos. And someone wrote some profanity towards the gringos, which I'm not going to repeat here because it's bad in Spanish, but it's funny that the people here don't like the American tacos. They don't like that people are bringing that idea to Mexico. And those are the type of tacos I'm talking about, the hard shell tacos, the ones we all know and love back home. Not so popular here. I will say that a lot of restaurants in this area are more expensive than other areas in Mexico City. One thing we also like about Mexico City as well, in the center of the street and a lot of these roads, they have these walking paths that you can walk on. Very different than walking on the regular sidewalk like you're used to. You don't gotta worry about cars. You don't gotta worry about stopping. And you also get a great view from all these trees. Now here is the surprise meal I made for the guests that came over. I made the famous Trader Joe's Cacio e Pepe. It was very good. They enjoyed it. Their first time ever trying it, so I was happy I made it for them. And then after that excellent dinner, we went for some churros. We went to El Mundo, which is located in Condesa, very popular. These churros are fabulous, so if you are in Mexico City, go to El Mundo. They are great. So as you saw last night, we made the Cacio e Pepe, and we went for churros after. It was a great evening. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun just going around Mexico City, going to the mall, going to the supermarket, meeting up with some friends, and just having a nice evening. I couldn't film too much with them because we had music on in the background and that can demonetize a video. Plus, we're just relaxing, hanging out, talking.
I didn't want to be, intruding and filming too much of my video, but I did show you the pasta and I did show you the churros, which were amazing. Very popular spot here. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.